I'm Dr. B, and yes, I'm a real ER doctor. So you may be wondering, what am I doing here in this space? Well, after years of pain from sports injuries, I listened to my doctor and had to pivot into a career that would keep me off my feet as much as possible. I also have a degree in finance, and so it was a natural transition to join Verified Investing. I'll share my prescription for becoming a successful investor right here on the Market Pulse.
Welcome to the Market Pulse. I'm Dr. B here at Verified Investing, and today we're going to be talking about somewhat of an esoteric technical factor such as the VWAP multiplier bands. Now let's restart that. Let's redo it. Okay. I'm thinking that we're in our in our course. Yeah. All right, here we go. Welcome to the Market Pulse. I'm Dr. B, and today we're going to be talking about the multiplier bands, which are essentially standard deviations of the VWAP. Let's get to the charts, and I'll show you some really interesting things. All right, so the first stock I'm going to be showing you today is SMCI, okay? And this is a stock that we were looking at today in the trading floor, and you can see that SMCI was very strong, okay? The big green line here is VWAP, and the upper band here is called the multiplier band. It's one standard deviation above VWAP, and the lower, thinner green line here, right, this is the lower multiplier band, one standard deviation below VWAP. It's very important to understand the relationship of price with this indicator, okay? You can see that it was very strong on the day, staying above the multiplier band here. You can see it staying above, staying above. Look at what happens though when it breaks that. All of a sudden, you start to fall. Okay, you start to fall. And look at what happened right here. Right here, it hit this lower multiplier band and bounced. Really amazing. It doesn't always work this well, but when it does, it's really amazing to see. All right, so let's take a look at another chart here. Actually, I just want to show you the end of this chart so far here on SMCI throughout the day. You can see that SMCI hit it again perfectly here around $462 and bounced up to $466, about $4 per share. That's pretty amazing by just using the lower multiplier band of SMCI. So let's take a look now at Meta. All right, you can see here that Meta is moving up here above VWAP. You can see that it's pretty strong here. All right, we have a gap up on Meta. It initially traded lower, then it moves higher and gets above this multiplier band. And notice how it stays up above this multiplier band, and once it breaks, that was the break for the day. You can see here that it pierced this multiplier band here, and then eventually retested it and broke down. Again, retested it here, pierced it, and then continued lower. So really amazing how the multiplier bands can act as support and resistance, both the upper and the lower bands. So really, really amazing to see this. Celsius is an example of where the multiplier band really didn't give that much edge, right? We're always looking for edge in the markets, whether it's setups or technical factors, different indicators, right? And so in this case, you can see that the multiplier band was kind of chopped around, right? So you really want to stay away from stocks that tend to do this, right? Chop around an indicator that you may use, whether it's VWAP, whether it's moving average. You really want to see a clean hit off those indicators. So in this case, I would probably move on. I probably wouldn't try to trade this. Nvidia is another example where, again, it didn't really, it kind of chopped around here on this multiplier band and didn't give us a definitive, direction that it was going to move. Excuse me. So here's Microsoft, and you can see that Microsoft is a bit, it follows the multiplier band a bit closer than the previous. You have some pierces here, but again, it's not a perfect move off these bands. You have a pierce, 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 right? So it's not a very clean hit. The same thing here. There's a kiss right here. So really what I'm looking for is a very definitive hit and then a move higher, okay? All right, so very, very important to understand that little nuance. Apple here is, you can see here on Apple, you can see that, again, we had a pierce of the lower multiplier band right here. Excuse me one second, let me just get this correct. See, you have a pierce here, it breaks up above VWAP, and then you can see a nice perfect hit here on this upper multiplier band telling you that, you know, hey, the stock is likely to start to follow the multiplier band. Here it is, a hit here. And then look at this, we break down, retrace, and then we move lower, and we basically scale along this lower multiplier band. So you can see that the stock is basically trading within those ranges. So very good. These are some of the nuances that I point out in the VWAP course that I have coming out in October. We're hoping that it's going to be released the first week of October. Very excited about that. A lot of work has gone into that, and we are very excited to show you, you know, the alpha that I've created and discovered within VWAP. So very, very interesting, and I look forward to it. So if you have any questions, put them in the comments below. Happy to take a look, and we'll see you next week. So I hope you enjoyed that. This is something that I use every single day. And again, it's going to be in my VWAP course here coming out called Mastering VWAP X-Ray Vision for Precision Profits. Very, very excited to get that out to the public. And we will see you next week for some more alpha. Take care.